Impulse, I believe you are the home team. So what is your first ban?
We are gonna ban Pumpkin Patch.
Looks like we will not be seeing any pumpkin patch gaming, unfortunately.
This is so sad.
Okay, Arcane Academy, what is your first ban?
We'll be banning spaceship.
We will also not be seeing any spaceship gaming. Also, bear with me, chat. I couldn't get the images to fit the size for some reason, so you're just gonna have to deal with this. Okay. All right, Impulse. What is your first pick?
We will play Slay.
Slay is the first pick of this game. All right. Arcane Academy. What is your first pick?
Watermill.
Watermill will be seeing some playtime in this game. I couldn't find the Watermill graphic. Okay. It is now back to Impulse. What is your second ban?
I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna make sure I'm doing the right thing here. Okay, we're gonna ban Courtyard.
Okay, Courtyard is gone. If I can find the graphic. Okay. Arcane Academy. What is the decider? What are you banning?
Uh, so it's between core and trenches. Wait,
No,
no.
trench and graph.
Trenches,
Trench and graph.
graffiti. Yeah.
Oh we didn't decide.
Get your mind up. Come on, Fatty. Pick up the pace.
We'll ban
You
graph.
don't really pick up the pace that often.
Go ban what?
We'll ban graph.
Ban graph? Okay. Which means I'm very slow. Oh my gosh, I cannot keep up. Okay. Graffiti there, which means trenches is the decider for this game. Okay. Impulse, what is your roster for this game?
It is me, Peter Slider, Edipro, Cop 1995, Morpheus, GD5 Shot, and Raining.
Okay.
Raining.
Arcane Academy. Seeing as your whole, as pretty much almost your entire team is in the battle box lobby right now, what is your roster?
Can I just say everyone, or do I have to list it down?
We ask that you list everybody.
Okay. Me, Halsey, Scarlad, Vase, Fugato. Yeah. Oh, and Kalosum, of course.
You forgot
You're forgetting
Kelasa.
someone. They're kind of
Okay,
in
great.
secret. It's
Go
hard, man.
I don't think you need the mod because I don't think the panel is working right now. So other than that, I think you guys can feel
Yeah.
free to go back to your VCs. We will get this
I'm
show
pretty
on the
sure it's
road.
Okay.
broken.
Good luck,
Good
good luck.
luck, Arcane.
Good luck, guys.
Grudge? I was gonna ask if he couldn't play.
It's fine. Let's go. Let's
gonna
go
really-
back to the casters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a very non-healer based map selection we have. Slay and Trenches
Hello,
being the
Aziz.
only. Hello. Slay and Trenches being the only non-healer maps this season, and Cup 1995 one-day contract after unfortunate turn of events for Impulse, but yeah, Beggars, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I think depending on just overall Impulse's ability to adjust to losing one, I'd argue probably their best player in Ontro. I think it's gonna be a bit tough for them because Arcane Academy is one of the strongest teams in the B League at the moment. Depending on how they can just adjust to that loss and cope with it, I think it might be an open and shut case here.
Alright, well, the ready check has gone out, so now we're just waiting for someone to do it. And I got an ad for Twitch. Let's go. I got a Twitch ad. Hooray. I think this could be a good game. I think Arcane Academy is definitely a stronger roster than last season, despite having Ontro. And oh, we're just getting into it. I need to switch screens. Oops. That is not what I meant to play. Okay. Here we go. We are going into Slay. Let me play the Slay graphic. There we go. Slay, like I said, a non-healer map, so we won't be seeing a lot of. And we have a Nick. We have a Nick in the game.
Wonderful.
We have a Nick
Is
in
that
the game.
morph? That's
Oh,
morph.
I mean, I think
That's morph.
Sky, I think it would have worked if Morph wasn't there, but I mean, if the Nick wasn't there, but it's fine. It's okay. Thankfully, the next game is in 3 hours, so we have a little bit of breathing room.
Thank you, Xhawk Tour Boy in the MCCI general chat saying Vikers Brats, I'm your biggest fan.
Okay.
I love you too, Xhawk Tour Boy.
I would also like to put on record, again, there is no glowing, because I didn't know how to set it up in time, and I was already 5 minutes late. So,
Oh dear.
I'll see if I could do it for the next one. Alright, anyway, the rosters for this map, we have Cup. For Impulse, we have Cup, Pizza Slider, Enderpro, Morpheus, and for Arcane account, we have Talsi, Kel Awesome, Skullug, and Q Gato, aka Cat. Okay, heading into round number 1. Let's see how many pre-fires we get off. I'm gonna go from Impulse's side, personally. And no pre-fires landing. Morpheus gets shot once. Arcane kept making the big stride. Morpheus is down. Pizza Slider on 2. Enderpro takes a shot. Skullhead gets Pizza Slider. Kellen on 1v2, holding his own. And the fill starting by Arcane Academy. It's a mosh pit in mid. Cup gets 1. Enderpro gets 1. It's a 1v2. Cat finishes, and I think that's a team ace.
That is a taste.
Can they get to the middle?
Preds are still open.
Oh. Oh wait, the Preds are still open. Okay, that's not very often. I can't really tap out either because like I can't. Okay,
Well,
so
honestly, Impulse just handed Arcane Academy all the space in the world to just charge up right onto their players. Just getting a lot of angles. Honestly, it was. Cub did try pull it close, but I would argue that that wasn't a close round. Let's see how they recover now.
all right, Arcane Academy on the left, Impulse on the right. Round 2, here we go. A pre-orb is not gonna get anybody. Talsi goes up the right side, and now you have a 2v2 on both sides actually. Skull Enderpearl on 1, on 2. That's my bad.
Talsi pretty low as
Orb
well.
goes in. Damage is a good pop by Morpheus. Morpheus now in a 1v1. Colossum gets another. It's now Morpheus in a 1v3.
Good cross maps.
And the Arcane Academy is trying. Fencing goes down. Skull gets the final kill, and Arcane Academy go up 2-2. Oh, and I just realized I forgot to start scoring. Oops.
Oh dear.
My bad. I think
Yeah,
it's
just the issue
2.
again of taking too little too late. Not enough space and not enough time. Some really good cross maps from first overall draft, Cal Awesome.
Me when I forget to score. It's my first time streaming, and I'm used to being a caster and just doing nothing except for yapping. Alright, well, Bikers Brats, how has your day been so far?
Well, I woke up an hour ago, so it's been pretty.
You woke up an hour ago.
Yeah, well, I stayed
Isn't
up
it
till
like
4.
6
Just
p.m. for you right now?
Yeah, well, I stayed up till 4 just drinking and playing public queue battle box with Kippy. And it was it was
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And then I woke up and then I watched like a 3-hour long video on Grounded, if you know that game.
I do not.
And then I had another nap.
Well,
Pretty good day.
you're like an owl. You're like nocturnal. No pun
Mhm.
intended.
No, complete pun intended.
Okay.
Alright. Heading into the 15 seconds until round 3. Let's see how Impulse recover after a timeout.
I
They're
want to make
asking
like the
to
name tag go
please
past
turn
this,
off.
but-
Yeah. They're asking for that in chat.
Okay, hold on. I'll do it after this game. Alright, round 3 starting after a timeout from Impulse. They are full rushing this right side. Killawesome has to get out of there. And Impulse now just have full space. They're running it down. They're taking bow shots though. And
Somehow
it
it's
looks
been
like now Impulse
converted
are just in a
into
corner. This is not
Yeah.
really what you want.
Arcane Academy have converted that push into just better positioning again.
And a Harming Orb pushes Impulse out of their position. I don't know who that is. Cup takes a shot. Pizza Slice takes a shot. Tubbs takes another shot on 2 HP. Enderpro takes another shot on 5.
Cup
Sound- I
already
sound like
having
ATV.
used his gap.
Enderpro also gets poisoned on 4. And now it's just a standstill bow battle. It looks like it's going to be a fight for mid. Arcane Academy
I
have an
think-
advantage in health.
I think it'd be beneficial for just one of Arcane Academy's numbers
And
to drop
Enderpro
down,
fills the
start a
first
fill,
block.
and flush him out.
This is the pot. Where are you, Arcane
Wait,
Academy?
did they
Everyone's
just
going to
get
get the
the fill?
fill. Where was Arcane Academy?
I don't know. What are they doing?
Wait, let me turn off name tags really quick. Hold on. Okay, I need to like enable all my settings after this. Because like I have like, all right. Thankfully, when I get rid of all my UI, it just stays in the same place. That's the one quality I got. All right, heading into round number 4. Impulse takes a round against Arcane Academy. Let's see what. I mean, it seems like Impulse can just win end games. Killawesome already half of his health tanked in the first 5 seconds of the game, trying to get hit by Enderpro. Enderpro gets his jump boost cleanse. Kel is 1,
Might be Kel.
and Kel falls to Enderpro. It is now advantage for Impulse. Skull takes another shot. Cat takes another shot. Cat takes 2 shots. And
This
Impulse
round is
really
looking
can just
pretty
run
good
this
for
down, I
Impulse
think.
here.
Arcane Academy stuck on their side. Impulse has map control, but they have to play kind of strategic. Enderpro in the spawn. And Cup takes another shot, holding out his harming pod. Pizza Slider going for mid. Arcane Academy doesn't see him. Talsi on 1. Falls to Enderpro. And it's just Cat in a 1v3 with Impulse's blocks in the middle. And Enderpro, I think, gets a 3k.
You would be right.
And Impulse is now tied 2-2.
Oh,
And
and
thank you, Luke,
Luke
for
XD.
gifting 10 gifted. Oh my gosh.
W Luke.
Did I get one?
Yeah.
Dang it, I didn't get accepted.
Impulse tying it 2-2. Playing it a lot better, just taking some overall space. Really nice shots into Kel there, just dragging him down to half.
I will say
Much
Kel.
better initial play.
Okay, it is now round 5. Another Harming Orb halts the Arcane Academy from going up. Enderpro playing very open. All of Arcane Academy on this right side. And it looks like it's a mosh pit. Cat going in. Same health as Pizza Slider, but Cat gets out. And once again, Impulse are all in a quarter, and Morpheus takes out
Tausti's
Talsi.
already down.
Skull playing open in the spawn on 3 HP, trying to get angles. And Impulse fully have map control now. They have every corner of the map. 3 of Impulse dropping on Talsi, Enderpro filling, and Arcane Cat is not going to make it in time. And Impulse gets
Incredible
the fill, going
recovery
up
from
3-2.
Impulse. 3 consecutive rounds. And a timeout from Arcane Academy.
Arcane Academy showed some promise during the first, I think, 3 minutes of this map. Impulse are just clawing their way back up to the top, and they are now
just
up 3-2.
Yeah, an incredible recovery overall from Impulse.
I want to see something cool happen. I want to see like a Sparky 1v4. I want to see something amazing. I want to see like a superhero move. Okay, chat. While we wait, what's like a Q&A question we can ask?
I think
Okay,
Impulse might
type
have
1
the
in
most
chat if you
supporters in
think
chat.
Grudge is a bum. If IBO were animals, which would they? That's a good question. Okay, if Mel, thank you to Mel. If IBO, wait, what is it? If IBO teams were animals, which would they be? So shout out to Bikers for spamming 12 ones in the chat after I asked the question. All right. I almost said Impact. Impulse trying to put this map away in one round. Arcane Academy needs to recover. An initial Harming Orb doesn't hit any of Impulse. And now Arcane
Like a
Academy are doing
forest
exactly
split.
what Impulse were doing in the third round. And now it's just a bow battle. Someone threw a Cleansing Orb, and now
Starting to
Enderpro's
fill.
filling.
It's been seen.
Skulla taking a
But
lot
they-
of shots.
They
Enderpro
kind
going
of
back to
baited Skull
filling.
out. Does he see
Where's
the orb?
Arcane
No, he
Academy?
doesn't.
Akel gets one.
There's 3
They
blocks
can
left.
just continue the fill.
And that's the map.
And Impulse get the map. Arcane Academy just didn't fill any of the blocks.
They had the
Wow.
chance and they all just jumped off mid. Skull had falling for the initial bait fill and then they just continue it.
That's the power of jump boost on this map. You can just get off and then go right back on. Wow, very well played by Impulse. And a very impressive comeback at that. And we are now
Yeah,
seeing
4
Grudge
consecutive
come in for
rounds.
Cat. I'm like, I don't know. Lakers, why are you so toxic?
Nah, I just hate Arcane Academy, you know. They were horrible to me last season. So rude, so cruel, so mean.
Happy Pride.
Yeah, happy Pride, Grudge, happy Pride.
And I don't know if we're gonna see any subs out of Impulse. I think they're good. And the next map, I believe, is Watermill. I think. I could be wrong, but if you don't, let me just check. I know it is Watermill. Okay. I finished up like setting up this stream like 5 minutes after the initial start time of this game. It is very scuffed. But there's a lot of L's going into the chat for different people.
Oh, it's fine. Already up. I'm ready.
Already up, sure. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, it looks like the raid check has ended, and we are going into map 2, which is Watermill. Whenever the map says, there we go. I will now play the graphic, or the cinematic, if I can find it. There it is. Now people are asking LukeEXE for his subs.
W Master and P, that's my team owner. Getting a sub from Luke. Luke donating like 11 subs.
Yeah.
What a goat.
Let me fix the scoreboard really fast. Okay, we are good. Okay, we are set for this map now. It is now map 1. Whoa, round 1. No subs on the side of Impulse. Grudge going in for Cat. Skulla dodges the Harming Orb. Tossie's playing kind of mid. Enderpearl having to use a heal on Cup already.
TNT already down for seemingly no reason.
Impulse taking a lot of damage, and the fill is started by both.
Both
Two
TNTs
TNTs
are in.
down. Skulla gets 1. Cup trying to find a 1-1. Skulla gets 2.
Skull like us too.
Enderpearl on 5 without any heals. Morpheus kills Skullad. And Talsi places a
fill is
TNT
started.
to
Is it
defend his
contested?
fill. Jumps out of mid, and Morpheus gets blown up by his TNT. And Arcane Academy take the first round of this map. Whoa, why is the one up there? What the heck? That is not supposed to be like that. Why is the one all the way up there?
If Impulse wins, I'll drop 20 gifted, says Luke.
Gang, I'm not entirely sure why the one is all the way up there, but okay, we are good. Okay, I did it just in time. Okay, round number 2. Impulse fully stacking this the treehouse, going to the spawn. Grudge low, Grudge down. There goes the healer on Arcane Academy, and Talsi gets the kill, and Arcane
But
Academy
Arcane
just
Academy
fell.
convert that really nicely with a fill.
Wow. Very well played by the Arcane Academy. The initial drop on the healer meant they had no heals except for a regen spark. But I'm not even sure if they had a regen spark. I'm pretty sure Skullhead is playing with the Gadgeteer, and then
I'm
Kel is
pretty
playing
sure,
Sharpshooter.
yeah, Kel's crossbow. Yeah.
So it looks like
No
they didn't have
timeout
any
from
healing
Impulse
during
there.
that game at all, and they knew what they had to do and just got the fill. Starting round 3, will Impulse take a round? They get the tower again. Pizza Slider, I don't know if that was tactical. I saw the vision though. Talsi very low already,
TNT's down at mid.
and looks like a TNT from Talsi. A Harming Orb gets 2, Morpheus gets 2. It's not
Ellen
killing
a
a
1v3.
1v3. Unfortunately, can't do much
Can't
with a
convert it.
pickaxe, and Morpheus gets 2, and so does Cup. And Impulse goes up. No, Impulse is now 1 around. Very unfortunate play by...
Immediate timeout from Arcade Academy.
I wonder if that's tactical, like they're trying to stop momentum before it comes. I see the vision.
Yeah, I see the vision.
Alright, well, a very unfortunate Harming Orb. I think Skullhead threw one, and then Cup threw one, and Talsi, their TNT just falls, which means, oh my gosh, English. Impulse just have free fill range, because there's no TNT to defend it, and they can just place a TNT and defend it there. So Arcane Academy was just kind of stuck, and then Kel also unfortunately only had a pickaxe against a 1v3 sword fight. But hello mods, time him out. You should ban picks mid casting. It would be funny. It would also be very unfortunate because you guys wouldn't get a casting experience. You guys would have literally no idea what's happening, and neither would I. You would just hear bikers podcast.
Worry,
why?
I would
Why
screen
did
share.
Ender Pro? What?
And
Well, I
And
guess
Impulse
both
are
teams use
also-
their TOs, so they are not ready. Well, I mean, yeah, it's allowed.
yeah, it's allowed.
Pop off, I guess. Okay. All right. Without saying your own IBL team, which team this season is your favorite? Actually, no, maybe not favorite. Which team do you think is the most exciting outside of your own IBL team?
Which team is the most
So like,
exciting?
because you can't say Droog / Goth Money. Oh wait, no, it's not Droogs. It's what's it called?
It's Lotus.
Lotus. That's what it is.
I feel like I would have to go with Hang 10 for exciting because they've brought in quite a large presence in Anfrost. Yeah, that's what I would go for. I mean, you can't really say someone like a team dragging in someone with I think 600k on YouTube isn't exciting. Anyways, end of the timeout. About to see round 4.
Now, no teams have a timeout anymore, so now we're going into round number 4. Arcane Academy up 2-1, and they are full rushing. We're gonna see a mosh pit on this tower. Kel awesome. Grudge very low, throws
really
both his
low.
shields, and Cup is just going in. Gets Kel, going for another, and Impulse are going for the fill.
Kills
TNT
started by
stopped.
Impulse.
Morpheus gets 1, and Impulse get the fill. I imagine that Arcane Academy were just gonna take the fight on tower and just get full tower control. But I think Arcane Academy overcommitted just a little bit. And
Yeah, Grudge kind of stayed in that mosh and just ruined their positioning a bit.
oh wait, this is a flag? I had no idea what this thing was. Alright, round number 5 is the same story. It is now 2-2. Impulse bringing it back. And they're still going for this tower, except Arcane Academy are now matching them on the opposite side. And Pizza Slider is down to Skullad already. And a fill from the Arcane Academy has started, and they just get it for free. No contesting that fill. That was a fast round.
And a good round.
I have so
Going up
many
a player, they
links.
just immediately convert their advantage into a fill.
That was very good positioning by the Arcane Academy. I think Pizza Slider had a regen spark, but with the numbers advantage, they just went for the confusion of how Pizza Slider died. And they used it as their advantage. And now Arcane Academy are up 3-2, looking to put away this map in one round. Let's see, now they're contesting the bridge side, and the tower's just not being taken at all. Impulse has full mid control right now, and it's a mosh pit.
And Cup's pretty. Oh!
Grudge in a
wait.
web! Gets Cup! I don't know
Are
who's
they gonna
TNT that
free
is
him
in
or is he
mid.
just gonna stay there?
And Impulse are going for the mid. Kel and Talsi are there. Everyone's very low. And now it's just Grudge. And a 1v2 gets
Grudge gets
one! Morpheus
Doesn't get
finishes.
two.
And Grudge cannot get the 3k. And now we are on to round 7 on Watermill. Oh yeah, I noticed, Shaz, I noticed there was like a web like at the top right there.
How did Skullad not kill Cup there?
I think he was just getting pocket healed, or Cup is playing with the regen spark. Because
No,
I don't.
I'm pretty sure Cup speed sparked in and then as he was dying, wept Grudge, which just completely killed Arcane's entire round.
Alright, well, no more TOs. We are going to round 7 on Watermill. And Arcane Academy are now going to the tower. They're not wanting to take the initial fight. Cup gets shot once. And Arcane Academy are looking to fill this. Both TNTs from both teams are in mid. Skull taking a lot of damage. Talsi gets blown up by Cup.
And that's Arcane Academy's TNT
And now
down.
Impulse are going for the fill. They have no. Arcane has no TNT. Pizza Slider's still filling. And Impulse gets halted. But Impulse takes the game in a 2-0 victory. And now Luke has to gift subs because Impulse won.
Yeah. It seems Impulse just adjusted really well after every single timeout they took. Honestly, they coped pretty well with the loss of Ensure. I'm surprised. Yeah, really good game from Impulse. Can't complain.
Just realized I completely forgot to go to the caster screen like the entire game. But you know what? It's okay. It's fine. we ball. It's okay. Well, very valiant effort by Arcane Academy. I'm not sure about the double TO. That was a questionable choice by Impulse, but it seemed to have worked. I also want to do stats. Biker Spats, would you like to do a stats yep?
Yeah, sure. That would be... Oh, it would be an honor.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but overall, really, really good game from Impulse. They played well. Arcane Academy, I don't know, just struggling to keep their momentum after winning the first 2 rounds.
W Impulse, L Autos. I 100% agree with that, Sis.
Anyways, let me just head over to the game sheets and... Alright. On the side of Arcane Academy, Galad going 8-6, Kel 6-7, Talsi 3-6, Cat 2-2, Grudge 2-4, and Vase did not play. On the side of Impulse, Morph 9-4, the 1 day signing Cup going 9-5, Enderpro 4 and 6, Pizza Slider 3 and 6, and both JD and Raining not playing 0 and 0 each respectively.